Okay, so that's great. So one thing I do find is like when we go through our goals and that we do get all ultra excited, because like when we share our goals, everybody knows what everybody's on, and then we can help each other achieve so much quicker, and we can pool in our resources to help each other achieve, right? But we're moving on now, and session number 3 is about managing our time. So I'm quickly going to go through time management, and I'm recording this one as well, just so that we can share it again in our chat group. Let me just enlarge the screen again, and then I can quickly go through it with you. Give me a minute. Okay, so point number 3 in our training process is how to manage your time, because a lot of people say that, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time to do this, and I say, listen, what you're doing is concentrating what you think you don't have. Rather, let's concentrate on what we actually do have, and what we do have is time. We just need a little help, a little assistance in managing that time, or seeing the actual time visually, the time that we actually have, right? So as you know, I've given you templates which I emailed to you, and on one of those templates is a time commitment sheet. I haven't gone through everybody individually, how I use the time commitment sheet that I created. So this video will just help you to actually go through the time commitment sheet. And please remember that the time commitment sheet is your commitment sheet. It's not for anybody else. It's for you to record your time, the personal time that you have for yourself, and then anything else can be managed. You've got your time, your time, and then you can utilize the time that you do have rather than worry about the time you don't have. So on the time commitment sheet, it's got things like sleep, spiritual time, work, children, housework. You may not, need any spiritual time, because you may not be religious or spiritual. You may not have children, so you may not need no time for children. But then again, you may have grandchildren, so you may want to put grandchildren instead of children. You may not do housework. You may have a housekeeper, or somebody to do, you may not have a partner or a spouse. So remember, the timesheet is personal for you. But for the purpose of this presentation, this is like the hours that we're using, and the reasons why we're using these hours, right? So in order to achieve your success, you must remain committed for as long as it takes, and we went through that earlier, right? So you need to know to yourself that you do actually have the time, so you need to be focused more on positive rather than negative. So all that's required is your self-belief, belief in yourself. Remember, that was step number 1, self-belief, and consistency. And in order to maintain that consistency, we've created a timesheet, a time management sheet, personal for yourself. So for the process of this presentation, this is this timesheet. Remembering that we all have 24 hours in a day. Thing keeps getting in my way. Okay, so knowing that we all have 24 hours in a day, totaling 168 hours per week, how we use our hours will determine our own personal growth. So use this example to work out how much time is available to you. So this is your personal timetable. So for purpose of this, we've got the days of the week across the top, and going down the left-hand side, we've got the hours that we're calculating. Now we all sleep. Some of us sleep 8 hours, some sleep 9, some sleep 4, on average. But for purpose of this presentation, I sleep 6 hours a night. My spiritual time, Sunday, I use 4 hours spiritual time. Some of it's taken up in yoga, some is taken up in reading, some in, positive thought, which I do throughout the week as well. And Saturday, I do other things, but that's my spiritual time taken care of for the week. Then work. Purpose of this presentation, I don't work on a Sunday and I don't work on a Saturday, but I do dedicate 8 hours a day for my work. Children, 4 hours on a Sunday dedicated to them, for their needs. You need to talk, maybe like helping with homework, cooking lessons, going out to the park, or any, other event, just whatever you do with your children or your grandchildren, those are your hours. For the purpose of this presentation, with the children, it's 4 hours on a Sunday. Monday, we've got, 2 hours. Saturday, 2 hours. But we put all the hours that we spend dedicated to our children. You may do your housework, maybe hoover for an hour, dusting on a Sunday, after your spiritual time, maybe, throughout the week, Monday, Saturday, maybe 2 hours, giving the house a good clean from top to bottom, it's entirely up to you. It may be 4 hours, but for the purpose of this presentation, it's 2 hours on a Saturday. Social time. During the week, you may not go out, but on a Friday, you may, go out for 2 hours, and on a Saturday, 4 hours out with your friends, entirely up to you. Whatever it is that you do, on average, you put it down. Your spouse, you may have a husband, a wife, a partner, you may dedicate 2 hours on a Sunday for you and that person, dedicated the two of you time, an hour on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Thursday, you don't see them, so there's no hours there. Friday, 2 hours. It may be 6 hours, but for the purpose of this presentation, it's 2 hours, And then cooking, you may want to cook on a Sunday, 2 hours, and freeze some of the food, and therefore not only need to cook an hour a week, during the week, except for Thursday and Friday, because we all know that Friday is takeaway night. Saturday, 2 hours. Entirely up to you, your hours, but for purpose of this presentation. So remember that we've all got 24 hours in a day. So we take, for instance, Sunday on my presentation. Total up the hours that I've used on the Sunday, I've totaled 19 hours, and that includes me having slept, and my spiritual journey, time I spent with my grandchildren, and I've tidied up the house, the partner's being kissed, and cooking's being done. I've used 19 hours of my 24 hours. That leaves me 5 hours. 5 hours free time. Monday, I've got 4 hours free time. Remember, I've slept, different times, different days of the week, because you put everything that you do on average and the hours it takes. For the purpose of this presentation, on a Sunday, I've got 5 hours free. Now, I may want to dedicate those whole 5 hours to my Gift Genius business. I may only want to dedicate 1 or 2 hours, and what I can do is call your upline, say, listen, I've got 5 hours on a Sunday free for my Gift Genius business. What times are you available on a Sunday to dedicate to me, so I can bring people to you for you to go over an online presentation to share the Gift Genius program? Or you may want to use those hours for training. You may not want to use the full 5 hours, maybe 1 or 2 of those hours on a Sunday. Monday, you've got 4 hours for your Gift Genius business. Throughout the week, you've got 5 and 6 hours free time that you can dedicate to Gift Genius. So this is basically just to show you where you do have time, how you can find the time that you have and manage it, put it to use, because you do have the time. It's just knowing where that time is. So this sheet just helps us to be able to manage the time that we actually have, right? So that takes care of time management. Please remember to email me for the time that you want to personally spend with me, with Gift Genius, and I'll arrange my time with your time. We'll sync and we can do our presentations. So step number 4 will be about your who do you know list, and about how to approach people. How do we speak to people, when we're introducing them to our home-based business. So for now, I say thank you for your time and for listening to me, and that takes care of time management on this presentation. Thank you.